These actors weren't just famous. They were one of the biggest shows in television history, shows that defined entire decades, and they had everything lined up to become legends. But one massive mistake, one ego explosion, or one spectacularly bad decision, and they went from icons to cautionary tales. This is every mega-famous TV actor who absolutely blew it. Segment 1. Charlie Sheen. Let's start with the biggest implosion in TV history. Charlie Sheen, 2.5 Men, the highest paid actor on television, $1.8 million per episode. Think about that number, per episode. The show was a ratings monster. CBS was printing money, and Charlie was untouchable. Until he wasn't. 2011. The interviews, the public meltdowns, Tiger Blood, winning, the cocaine allegations, the goddesses, and then the nuclear option. He went on a radio show and called creator Chuck Lorre a contaminated little maggot. CBS had no choice. They fired the highest paid actor on television mid-season and replaced him with Ashton Kutcher, who made the show work without him for 4 more seasons. Charlie tried anger management. It lasted 100 episodes and nobody cared. He went from television royalty making nearly $2 million per episode to a punchline, all because he couldn't stay out of his own way. The lesson? You can be the biggest star in the world, but the moment you become more trouble than you're worth, Hollywood will replace you in a heartbeat. And they did. Segment 2. Katherine Heigl. Grey's Anatomy. One of the biggest medical dramas ever made. She was Izzy Stevens. She won an Emmy. She was on magazine covers. Rom-coms were throwing money at her. And then she decided to commit career suicide, publicly. In 2008, she withdrew herself from Emmy consideration. Her reason? The writing wasn't good enough to deserve a nomination. Read that again. She publicly trashed the writers of the show that made her famous while still on the show. But it gets worse. She complained about working conditions. She called the hours ridiculous in interviews. She developed a reputation as difficult. By 2010, creator Shonda Rhimes wrote her off the show. The rom-coms stopped calling. The ugly truth and life as we know it came and went. Then nothing. Directors ghosted her. Studios passed. The woman who could have been America's sweetheart became Hollywood's example of don't bite the hand that feeds you. She's apologized since, multiple times, but the damage was permanent. Katherine Heigl went from Golden Globe winner to whatever happened to her faster than anyone in modern TV history. And it's entirely her fault. Segment 3. McLean Stevenson. But the single worst career decision in television history? That belongs to McLean Stevenson. MASH. One of the greatest shows ever made. He played Lieutenant Colonel Henry Blake, one of the most beloved characters in TV history. The show was a hit. He was a star. And after 3 seasons, he quit. Why? He didn't think the show would last. He wanted to star in his own sitcom. He thought he was ready to be the next big thing. MASH ran for 8 more seasons without him. It became a cultural phenomenon. The series finale drew 106 million viewers. It's still one of the most watched broadcasts in American history. McLean Stevenson, The McLean Stevenson Show, canceled after 1 season. Hello, Larry, canceled. In the Beginning, canceled. Everything he touched failed. He left one of the greatest shows in television history right before it became legendary. And he spent the rest of his career doing guest spots and knowing he'd made the worst call of his life. He admitted it later, said leaving MASH was his biggest mistake. But by then, the show was in the history books without him. Segment 4. David Caruso. David Caruso, NYPD Blue, 1993. The hottest cop drama on television. Caruso played Detective John Kelly. Critics loved him. He got an Emmy nomination his first season. He was the breakout star everyone was talking about. And then, he let it go to his head. After 1 season, he demanded a huge raise. When the producers said no, he walked. He quit the biggest show on TV to become a movie star. Except he wasn't. Kiss of Death bombed. Jade flopped. Every movie he touched tanked. Meanwhile, NYPD Blue kept winning awards. Dennis Franz became the face of the show and won 4 Emmys. Caruso spent a decade doing straight-to-video movies before CSI Miami rescued him in 2002. And yeah, CSI Miami was successful, but here's the thing. He was never the movie star he thought he'd be. He left a legacy show after one season because his ego wrote checks his career couldn't cash. Hollywood remembers. And now David Caruso is remembered for sunglasses memes and the biggest ego trip in TV history. Not exactly legendary. Segment 5. Suzanne Somers. Three's Company. Late 1970s. Suzanne Somers as Chrissy Snow. One of the biggest sitcoms in America. Somers was the breakout star. Everyone loved her. By season 5, the show was a ratings giant. Somers was making $30,000 per episode. Her co-star John Ritter was making $150,000. She wanted equal pay. Fair enough, right? Except here's where it went wrong. She demanded the raise mid-season, through her husband, with ultimatums and threats. No negotiation, no subtlety, just demands. The producers said no, and Somers refused to show up. They cut her down to 60-second phone call appearances for the rest of the season, then they fired her. She tried other sitcoms. She's the Sheriff, Step by Step. Nothing came close to Three's Company. That show is still in syndication, still making money, still beloved. And Suzanne Somers is the cautionary tale about demanding things you don't have the leverage to demand. One negotiation gone wrong, one power play that backfired, and she went from sitcom royalty to what could have been. By the way, if you're into deep dive TV breakdowns like this, hit subscribe. We've got way more coming, and it actually helps us keep making these. Thanks. Now let's talk about the actors who had everything and threw it away for reasons that still don't make sense. Segment 6. Isaiah Washington. Isaiah Washington. Grey's Anatomy again. Dr. Preston Burke. Fan favorite. Emmy nomination. Half of one of the most beloved TV couples with Christina Yang. He had it all. And then 2006 happened. A homophobic slur directed at co-star T.R. Knight. On set during an argument. He apologized. ABC brought him back for season 4. The show tried to move past it. And then he did it again. At the Golden Globes, backstage, in front of reporters. ABC fired him the next day. His career imploded. He tried the 100 Years Later, small guest spots, but he went from lead actor on the biggest show on television to persona non grata. One word, said twice, cost him everything. Because Hollywood isn't just about talent, it's about being someone people want to work with. And after that, nobody wanted to work with Isaiah Washington. He's tried to explain it, he's tried to rebuild, but that kind of public self-destruction doesn't fade. The industry doesn't forget. Segment 7. Shelley Long. Shelley Long, Cheers, Diane Chambers, one of the most iconic sitcom characters of all time. The Sam and Diane Will They Won't They was appointment television. 5 Emmy nominations, 1 win, she was a star. And in 1987, at the height of Cheers' popularity, she left to pursue a film career. The movies? Troop Beverly Hills, The Brady Bunch movie. Decent, but not legendary. Nothing that justified leaving one of the greatest sitcoms ever made. Meanwhile, Cheers kept dominating. Kirstie Alley came in as Rebecca. The show ran 5 more seasons. The finale was massive, and Cheers went down in history as one of the best sitcoms ever. Shelley Long? She's the what if. What if she'd stayed? What if she'd been there for the whole run? She'd be in every Cheers conversation forever. Instead, she's the actress who left too soon, who chased movies that didn't pan out, who walked away from television immortality because she thought something better was waiting. It wasn't, and even she's admitted the timing was wrong, but by then, Cheers was already legendary without her. Segment 8. Terry Hatcher. Terry Hatcher, Desperate Housewives, Susan Mayer, the lead character on one of the biggest shows of the 2000s, Golden Globe winner, magazine covers, 8 seasons of success. And then the stories started leaking. Tension on set. Rumors she was isolated from the other cast members. And when the show ended in 2012, the other 4 main actresses sent a goodbye gift to the crew and deliberately left Hatcher's name off the card. That went public, and it was brutal. Because if your co-stars won't even put your name on a thank you note, what does that tell the industry? Hatcher's post-Housewives career was ice cold. Guest spots, TV movies, but the big offers never came. Because Hollywood runs on relationships. And if you can't get along with your castmates on a hit show for 8 years, producers don't want to risk it. Fair or not, perception became reality, and Terry Hatcher went from leading lady to not worth the headache. all because she couldn't make it work behind the scenes. So there you have it, the biggest TV actors who had everything. The talent, the shows, the audience, the money, everything lined up for them to become legends. But one ego trip, one burned bridge, one spectacularly bad decision, and the whole thing collapsed. Some of them rebuilt, some didn't, but none of them became the legends they should have been. The lesson? TV will make you famous, it'll make you rich, but it'll also replace you the second you're more trouble than you're worth. Stay humble. Don't trash the writers. Don't walk away from lightning in a bottle. And for the love of God, don't believe your own hype. Drop a comment with the TV actor you think blew it the hardest. We read every single one, and I'll see you in the next video.